Your Cincinnati Bengals have won their 5th straight game, now beating the Cleveland Browns finally, right? In convincing fashion. It could have been probably worse. It was a 2-score game. I think we'll take that. I'm Joe Goodberry. This is Bengals on the Brain. And yeah, 9-4. 98% chance to make the playoffs at this point. A virtual lock. They'd have to be a complete opposite team for the final 4 weeks in order to not make the playoffs at this point. Just can't see it happening. So another positive, good year. And getting the Browns off your back, I think is a nice step. But I think just winning 5 games in a row, even 4 the previous week. I didn't think about this, but I think the most they ever won in a row was 3. Because you go back to last year, they beat the Chiefs week 17, then lost to the Browns technically. But that would have been the only time they would have gotten 4. So 4 out of 5 there, and it probably, in my mind, was 4 games because I don't count that Browns game because nobody played. But then you get 3 in the playoffs and then lose the Super Bowl. Here's 5 games in a row. I mean, that shows you this team can go on a run. I mean, in that run, beating a team that has beaten you a bunch in the Browns, beating the Titans, and beating the Chiefs, those are valuable wins. You'll see those teams potentially in the playoffs again. So really, what can you be mad about when this season already has been somewhat of a success? They're going to have a winning year again. You ended the Browns year for the 30th straight year of them not hosting a playoff game. So it's all good. Anyways, get to a player evaluations, get to some of the 2 things. There's a lot of things. We could have talked about DJ Reader today because he is fantastic. I feel like we have, and I feel like we just did. So I kind of put that on the back burner. Have a few clips on Twitter if you follow me there, at Joe Goodberry, just the way it sounds. People wanted to focus on Taylor-Britt, and I did too. He got a game ball after this performance. People were calling it the breakout performance for him. Then you see PFF grades, and he gets like a 48 or a 50. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head right now. I didn't agree with it, but I think there's a difference, and it's a big conversation of evaluation versus performance-based results. And I think PFF is more of a performance-based result. Let's say you have 5 targets, you give up 3 catches for 35 yards and a touchdown. The results there are you gave up 3 catches, 35 yards, and a touchdown. But that doesn't tell you the evaluation. That doesn't tell you how he played, what happened on those plays, and if it's showing signs of improvement, showing it signs of maybe getting worse, whatever the case may be, or maybe it's showing a flaw that you can't hide anymore, or showing a strength that this guy, at least I know what he can do now, and we can build off of it, which is where I think Taylor-Britt falls. So we're going to spend a lot of time on him. But we talked about Zach Taylor in the offensive play calling last week, and I think there was one play here that really has shown how much he's grown, because it's not just dialing things up. It's not just copying other big plays that happen around the league. It's knowing when to do it. It's setting it up. It's having everything look the same and then running something different out of it. And that's where I want to start. This is our Bengals play of the week. This is Bengals on the Brain, breaking down a Bengals play. That is a mouthful. I just did that off the rip. Wasn't ready for that, but here we go. This is it. All right, my favorite offensive play call and design and setup by the Bengals offensive staff here. Trenton Irwin, we're highlighting first. He's got to go up and get that linebacker and block him, right? In the run game doesn't work. But pay attention to Jamar Chase here. On the backside here, they've got like a wide receiver screen that's going to pull the attention of the opposite side safety. Screen, smoke route, now route. They've got a few things built in here that'll just keep them in the flats, basically. They're going to do it every single time, so I'm highlighting both players to keep an eye on both of them, all right? So just pay attention that these plays are going to look exactly the same. This is the second time they're running it now, running this idea again. Trent Irwin, watch him. He's got to climb up. He's got to get this safety, very aggressive safety against the run here. They're having a little bit of a mini battle. He's sacrificing his body for a future reward. And on this third play here, Joe Burrow actually fakes the throw to Jamar Chase here. I think he thinks the nickel guy is probably going to blitz, and if he does, I can hit him, and we can get a big gain. But again, we've got Trent Irwin's got to go up and get this block, but the safety is so aggressive at this point that he can't get to him, so he heads up and gets the corner instead. Like, that's what you do if there's no one there. So now a few plays later now, the Bengals are driving. They've set it up 3 times. Watch that safety. Watch Irwin. It's the same exact play. He's going to go up. I got you. No, you don't. Flea flicker, deep ball. There's your reward, Trent Irwin, for putting your body on the line, blocking a few times.
sacrificing a little bit. Let's focus on 22. It was 22 the whole time. They knew he was over aggressive. They knew he would do this. Look at him come in. Look how Trent Irwin runs at him like he's going to block him and then just completely leaves him in the dust. Great design. Way to set it up. Right time to call it. Good job, everyone around.
Didn't even mention losing Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins right off the start of this game. By the way, Zach Taylor, a lot of people start these guys in fantasy. We're in the fantasy playoffs now, or at least in the crunch time before, last week for a lot of fantasy players, you needed that game. You plug T. Higgins in because you think you're going to play him. He's not even on the injury report on Friday. Not winning over many fans with that one. Sounds like he kept him out. T. Higgins stood on the sideline with his helmet the whole time looking like he wanted to get in. Anyways, it's a different point. When you lose those two guys and you still hum, man, it's a mark of a good team. We have said this before. Jamar Chase now just dominant with extra attention. I've got some clips where he's getting triple teamed and it doesn't matter. He still catches the ball. What a game by him. Huge performance by Jamar Chase. I thought Burrow was good enough. I thought the offensive line was bad, really bad. I thought it was their worst performance all year. The Browns, man, it's tough. La'el Collins struggled with Clowney. Jonah Williams struggled with Myles Garrett as he does, but I even think some of the interior guys had off days as well. Burrow's his timing is impeccable right now, and it makes it very hard to get him on the ground, very hard to sack him. You're going to hit him, but it's going to be hard to sack him right now because he's getting that ball out so quickly. Flipping over to the defensive side, again, another great performance, especially against the run. DJ Reader, BJ Hill. We haven't talked about BJ Hill enough. I feel like I want to feature him coming up soon. He's just a steady, solid guy. Decent pass rusher, big body, but can defend the run. Them two together, man, it makes it tough, really tough. And then Sam Hubbard's one of the best run defenders in the league. We got to find out how long Hendrickson's out for. High hopes for Joseph Osai stepping in if he can be healthy. We got to see about that. But we're getting here to Cam Taylor-Britt. And I thought Jesse Bates and Von Bell were great too. So, not to leave them out of it. Linebacker's been great for a month now, if not longer. Cam Taylor-Britt. I said when, and why I mentioned Bates, I said when Awuzie went down, we're going to understand the value of these safeties more. And we're going to understand the value of maybe Lou Anarumo a little bit more. Because I think he gets a lot out of these defensive backs. It's why Eli Apple, who is considered a bust and on his way to being a journeyman, has found a home in Cincinnati where you really don't notice him too much. He has a couple busts a year, and other than that, I'm fine with Eli Apple at that other spot. And it's funny because as soon as Awuzie went down, offenses stopped picking on Apple and said, we'll pick on the rookie. That makes it too easy for the defense because they know you're going to do that. The game starts this way, it ends this way. Go ahead and pick on him because Jesse Bates is over there helping out. Von Bell's helping out. And I think when you see the value of these safeties is when, like, Awuzie goes down and he's a great player and a corner number one. You could do a lot of things with him. But have you honestly noticed the difference in this defense? You really haven't missed Awuzie. It's nothing against him. I just think the defense works. I think the safeties are really good. When you have a free safety with the range and ball skills and intelligence of Jesse Bates, it makes your corners better. And these are the things you talk about when you watch the tape and you just say, yeah, there's no room over there. You're not going to even test it with Bates over the top. And I think we got more one-on-one coverage with Cam Taylor-Britt this week than we have. So it's kind of like been ramping up. I think Awuzie was 32% in man coverage this year based on PFF's numbers. So far this year, Cam Taylor-Britt's at like 23%. So they've dialed back the man coverage a little bit, dialed up the zone coverage, which I think he's been very good, even though he's had a couple lapses there early. That was, when he first started, we talked about it. I think he's really good in man. And I think they're going to start ramping that up a little bit more and transitioning to what they were playing on defense before if he can handle it. Give him a little bit more each time. And if he can handle it, I think Lou Anarumo is pretty excited about it. But here's Cam Taylor-Britt in what I think was definitely his best game as a rookie. He continues to get better. It's 2 weeks in a row of good games, and he's starting to be someone you can depend on and starting to be a physical spark plug for this defense. Let's check it out. This one's a long video, so stick with me. Pause it if you need to go get a drink like I do right now.
The Cleveland Browns are going to start this game going right after Cam Taylor-Britt, and the Bengals are going to do a little something different. We talked a lot about the cover two. This is going to be an inverted cover two. Instead of your safeties being the two deep guys, we're going to have the corners be the two deep defensive backs, and that means the purple there is going to be Von Bell. He's going to come down and take what would normally be the corner's role, and Cam Taylor-Britt's going to drop back and be the deep safety almost. That's going to leave that open void right between the two, because if you watch Cam Taylor-Britt right here, he has to defend for the deep ball here. He's one-on-one, anything deep. So he's got to respect it. It's a really good route by Amari Cooper. Nothing you can really do there. First play of the game. And the Browns keep coming right at him. This is the second play of the game now. Play action, and they're going to leak by the wide receiver from the opposite side of the field. Cam Taylor-Britt's going to read run, knife in as the line's all going to the right. David Bell's going to come all the way back to the left. And Cam Taylor-Britt's going to be kind of out of position there, but, man, you see the agility and recovery speed. And one thing I do like, too, if you slow it down and look a little closer, he goes for the ball pretty much every single time. Now, this is the first time he's involved in a tackle, goes for that ball. There's a play, 2 plays after this, where he's coming in from the side. Nick Chubb's coming by him, and what's he do again? He rakes for that ball and almost gets it. You can see him get the tip of the ball there. Cam Taylor-Britt always going for it. We've seen it in the Derrick Henry long play, and now we're seeing it again. Continuing his physical nature, he's going to have to come down, play the run, but you have a pulling Pro Bowl guard in Wyatt Teller. He's got to take him on, still set the edge. And, yeah, you're going to lose this, but that's a win for a rookie corner there against a Pro Bowl guard. So we really like to see him take that physical nature and go with it. Man coverage here. Amari Cooper locks him up completely. This is a third down play. It's the first third down of the game. The Bengals get a defensive stop, and he just completely press man there, locks him down. More run defense for the rookie as he's got to come in on the outside here. We got a pulling guard again. He has to maintain to the outside. Even if he trips up this pulling guy, as long as he makes that running back cut up to his help where there's 3 defenders here, he does his job. And he does it here very well. Good job by the rest of the defense flowing to the ball, letting Cam Taylor-Britt do his job, letting the other guys do their job. Defense works as a whole. We got press man coverage again here across the middle on a drag route. Not only does he nail the guy and just kill his momentum right at the line, but I love the way he sticks with him and really undercuts the route. You have to watch on the left side here as he pops up. I'll slow it down for you, as you can see. So he's jamming this guy right now, really rerouting him further inside, and he's faster. He's more agile than this receiver. You can see if he wanted to cut underneath that at any point, he probably could. Now, this is going to be a cover 3 look, and Cam Taylor-Britt has to have the deep third on his side. The one thing I don't like is he kind of gives it away right there. Just that step back, and now the Bengals have rotated. So the Browns did a good job of getting them to show their coverage first, and it's going to be a play action, deep comeback route. And it's really hard to defend this against a good route runner. You got to cover the deep portion of the field. That is his portion of the field. And you're going to see as he transitions and gets back to it, he's in position. So that's tough, man. He covers it very well. The only thing you'd really say here is you'd like to get that tackle down. Don't let him get another 6 to 8 yards on it. We got another press man situation here, and you see him lock him up, ride him, stay with him. He's just completely in control, more physical than the wide receiver. That's the thing I took away from this game the most. I think he beats these guys up throughout the game. He's not going to let you just run your route the way you want to. He's going to put hands on you. He's going to try to redirect you at every chance he gets. Again, we got another cover 3 situation. He's got to protect that. The thing we didn't talk about in the last play is what happens on the second level. Linebacker, the other safety, they've got that hook, curl, any type of dig route. And you watch Jesse Bates here. He's going to jump up on the guy underneath. That's the design of the offense. So it's not really Cam Taylor-Britt here as much as it's probably Jesse Bates needs to drift back further, not get sucked up by that sit route in front of him and take the cheese, as you will. Again here, he's got coverage, man coverage. It's press coverage. I think he does a fine job. He gets flagged on this play, if you recall it. I think he does a fine job until he's got to protect back to the inside. He really doesn't have help inside. I think he knows that. So when the receiver goes to cut back in, he's trying to do the throw-by move, and Cam Taylor-Britt has to expect that. You get caught sometimes. There's cover 2, does a tremendous job. This is Nick Chubb in the flat. He's going to eat up field, and then as soon as the ball comes to the flat, he's going to change directions, click and close, make a tackle in open space against a top 5 running back in the league. That's a very good job from the rookie corner there. One-on-one with Amari Cooper on a fade route, and Cam Taylor-Britt's all over him. Stays on top the entire time. Ball comes, he actually turns, looks back for it. It hits him, looks like in the leg or the stomach, midsection area, and I think he could have intercepted it had he have seen it a little bit earlier here. I think this is probably, when I first watched that, I thought this was a negative or a missed tackle. missed opportunity for the rookie here. But you watch, actually, Amari Cooper pulls him down as he tries to get by. That's actually probably holding. Good veteran move by the receiver, to be honest with you. It's going to happen, things like that. I like how he stays inside here. He's taking that away, and it's an outside release. He's giving them that. He's making this a tough throw for Deshaun Watson. He's going to have to throw it high and inside if it's going to be caught. I don't think this is a pass breakup, but it's definitely a situation where he made that ball have to be a hard catch for the receiver. And again, we're in press man situation here. It's going to be an inside release because it's going to be the fade. He never panics. Like, he's giving up this ground to Donovan Peoples-Jones because he knows he can recover and stick with him after this. Turn, find the ball, or play through the hands, which is what he does here. Knocks it away, throws him out of bounds. Nice physical play there, and pulls the seatbelt a little tighter on the celebration afterwards. I wanted to show this because it's Amari Cooper running this route. This was right before the end of the game here. Browns got one more chance. Again, he's half-assed running that. I think Cam Taylor-Britt's in his head there. And then here's the final play. He's going to be on him in man coverage again, getting physical with the guy, just making it a tough comeback route, and great job.
Yes, we'll take that, right? I mean, if you're getting that type of play from a rookie corner, second rounder, high athleticism, very fast, seems intelligent and physical, what more do you really want from that position? I think on tape, I wondered in college, does he have the ball skills? Is he really agile to be like a man number one type corner? And I think he looks agile. And we got to still see on the ball skills here a little bit. I'd like to see a play on the ball in the next few weeks here to really bring up my confidence. But if you're playing a lot of man, it's hard to do that. I get it. Defense has been lights out. Bengals have the Bucks this week. They looked horrendous. And anybody watch that game? Oh, my God. Brady. I mean, if you're young, you don't know Brady was the guy. He was Joe Burrow back in the day. And I know, not yet. Not there yet. But if you can get to Brady and win this game, the Bengals will pretty much, that'll seal their playoff spot for them. They're still kind of chasing the Ravens a little bit. They can't have a tied record at the end of the year. They have to beat Baltimore by a game, whether that's week 18 or somewhere in between here. We'll see what happens with the Ravens as they have the Browns this week. It'd be nice to have a good Browns week this week, man. We had to root for the Steelers sort of last week. They didn't come through. I felt sick after that. But, yeah. This is Bengals on the Brain. I'm Joe Goodberry. I don't know if this is a quicker show or not today. That was a 6.5-minute video of Cam Taylor-Britt. I hope you enjoyed it because he had an active game. The Browns went at him a lot. The Bengals were ready for it. He was ready for it. Yeah, I'm excited to watch him for the rest of the year.